Yo.
Yay.
Mic check 1, 2.
Mic check 3, 4.
5, 4, 6, 7.
8, 9, 10.
Boom.
Say hi.
Let's run it.
Welcome back.
What's Gucci, yo?
It is the P&T Podcast.
We here, we out here.
I am T. Topete.
I am Ponte, Jordan Ponte. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there on this fine Wednesday morning. We got a lot to get into. First, I want to ask Alex, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Finals almost done. You know, we about to head up on break and enjoy some more football action this week.
Are you done? Are you done with all your finals this semester?
Nah, we just got one. Just one tomorrow.
Just one? I got 3 tomorrow.
Yikes! I have my hard one. I have my hard ones on Monday.
Your hard one was on Monday. Low-key,
Yeah.
mine was 2.
Yeah, man. Back to back too. I had a journalism one and then I had a math one like 5 hours afterwards. So I was sitting here for 5 hours.
You just stayed on campus?
Yeah, for 5 hours.
Oh man, that's the worst when you got nothing to do for 5
I
hours.
was studying for math. My brain was fried by the time I got into the finals.
I'm sure you did really good though.
Oh, I'm praying.
I mean,
that
if
the
you
good
studied
Lord-
for 5 straight hours right before, I'm sure you kicked butt, dude.
I hope. Well, thank you for joining us. You are listening to the P&T Sports Podcast. We are pretty much on YouTube and we are on Twitter. You can definitely find us on Twitter at Ponte and Topete. The link is at the top, so you can just click the link. It goes straight to our YouTube page. You can hit subscribe right there, and you won't be able to miss out on any of the episodes that we have coming up.
No, we got a lot planned for the winter break. Are you taking any classes during winter break, Jordan?
I am indeed. Basically, I just need to find out how I do in this math class, then we can continue from there.
I see.
It's one of those praying to the good Lord Jesus Christ type of situations.
Well, it'll be due diligence, and I'm sure we will be able to have the P&T Podcast up every week for you, for your listening pleasure.
We ain't going anywhere. But let's just dive straight into it. The big news coming out, basically, if you live on the East Coast, I want to say, like 1:12 a.m., 1 p.m., 1 a.m., Garrett Cole officially signs with the New York Yankees. Fat contract, by the way. Huge. Massive. Let me break it down to you real quick. Basically, he is going to be there for 9 years. Able to opt out in the 5th year of his contract. He is going to be signing there for around $324 million, which makes him the highest paid athlete ever.
Ever?
Yeah, he's one of the highest paid.
Wow.
9 years, $324 million. You know who had the second highest? That just happened a couple days ago? Steven Strasburg. He signed for 7 years with the Nats. But
Do you think Rendon gets 300?
that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, it depends on whatever team is willing to pay him. I know the Dodgers have been heavily trying to pursue him. And I saw a report yesterday. I don't know how I feel about this. It's going to feel really weird if this does happen. Madison Bumgarner might be a LA Dodger.
What?
Yeah, I saw that last night at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. The Dodgers are actively talking to Madison Bumgarner, who used to play for the San Francisco Giants for a long, long time.
I can't see that. I just can't see that happening.
And then someone said, "Watch Puig go to the Dodgers." I mean, not the Giants. So it's like just
Puig.
two of them flipped. Like Puig went to the Giants and Bumgarner went to the Dodgers.
It just doesn't sound right, man.
Sounds weird. It sounds like a different dimension we'll be living in.
It sounds like an alternate universe.
Facts. So here's a little stat line for you if you are unfamiliar with who the heck is Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole used to pitch for the Houston Astros. Won a couple titles for him. He is 29 years old. His ERA is 2.5. And he has 326 strikeouts last season, which was pretty phenomenal. One of the lowest ERAs in baseball last season. And a really odd known fact, he grew up a Yankees fan. So I don't know if that's go figure for him signing with the Yankees for 9 years. If you grew up to be a Yankee fan, it's pretty interesting.
I'm really I'm so surprised that he signed for 9 years. 9 years, 324. That's a very, very long contract.
Yeah, but what's interesting about MLB is I'm pretty certain, I got to get my facts straight on this, so if I'm wrong, please correct me. there's like a certain level for how much an athlete can be paid, and the MLB is one of those sports franchises that just throws money at them for a long, extensive period of time.
The Yankees have always been like that.
Oh, without question. I'm pretty sure there was a guy that was signed for like 12 years or something like that to play for the New York Mets. He got hurt and was unable to return.
So I have the 6 largest pitching contracts in MLB history right here.
Okay.
So Garrett Cole comes in at number 1 at $324. As you said, Steven Strasburg,
Which is
$245 million.
Oh wow, okay, I wasn't even close.
David Price, $217 million is number 3. Clayton Kershaw is number 4 at $215.
That sounds about right.
Max Scherzer is $210 at number 5.
Ooh.
And then Zach Greinke comes in at number 6 at $206.5 million.
Wow. But you also got to think about it like this. He's going to be there for 9 years, and he has a no trade clause. So basically what happens is he's not being traded for the entire 5 years that he's there. If he decides to stay there for 5 years. And then if he decides to not opt out, then I'm not too familiar with what goes on after that. But yeah, he'll probably be there for 9 years. That's a long time to be a New York Yankee. And he's 29 years old, so he'll be there till he's 38. If he decides to stay for 9 years. So basically, he can spend his entire career as a Yankees. Which, I mean, if you're a Yankee fan when you were little, that's a childhood dream, I guess.
It really is.
You can't knock a man for dreaming too hot, dreaming to be a Yankee.
You never can.
Yeah, and I heard something last night that he left. Like, you know how there's always like these like rumors going around. It's like, because I bet he left because he didn't want to deal with what was going on between the Astros and the MLB with the investigation that's going on.
Right.
He's probably like, yeah, I'm not an Astro anymore, so I don't have to answer any of your questions. I'm out.
I would think that because he was an Astro at the time, he would.
Oh, he was, yeah.
He would still have to answer questions.
Yeah.
If they wanted to ask him questions.
Yeah. Okay. So if you are unfamiliar with what's going on with the whole Astros situation, I'm going to try to break it down as simple as possible for you. So basically, during a couple of their games, there was a TV monitor. So basically, just think of the Spygate, but in baseball.
So what was happening was that for the Houston Astros, when they were up to bat, they had a TV monitor that was playing the live game feed, and based on, I forget which pitcher it was, but based on the tips the pitchers may have been tipping their pitches with.
Yep. They
would bang, I believe it was 1 time for fastball, 2 time for changeup.
Yes. Yeah.
Or it might have been like no, it might have been like bang for changeup and then like no bang for fastball. I think that's what it was. And it's pretty blatant in the videos I found online of it.
Yeah, so I mean, do I want to say it again?
And they were banging, what was it, a trash can? Like a trash can lid against the wall?
Yeah.
Or like a bat against the wall?
And then they had like the TV just chilling right there and they tried to like cover it up. They got caught, man.
And
it's only a matter of time before the MLB comes down with some punishment.
It was just so obvious, though. Like even in the TV broadcast, you could hear it. And it's like if you could hear it in the TV broadcast, it's way too obvious.
Way too obvious. And that kind of maneuvers us to our next segment, which is basically
cheating.
Who would have thought? So again.
And who is it again?
New England Patriots. I personally am not calling them cheaters. This is just from what has come out. Nothing has been set in stone. But come on, man. The writing is on the wall.
Spygate 2.0.
Easy. All right, so if you're unfamiliar with what's happening, I'm going to break it down to you as simple as possible. So, the New England Patriots apparently have a docu-series on their website that films coaches, right?
Well, it actually films team staff. You know what's funny? After all of this big news that dropped about the Patriots series, which is titled Do Your Job.
Do Your Job, yes, I see it.
It got recommended in my YouTube feed just yesterday for the athletic nutritionist who cooks for the team.
Really?
Yes.
I did not have a chance to look at Do Your Job, but yeah.
So it's basically this documentary series that follows the work days of professional staff on the team. So it could be athletic trainers, and in this case, it was the advanced scout who goes and scouts the game for the next week that they're playing. So if the Patriots were playing, who did they just play?
They played the Kansas City Chiefs.
They just played the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Also on Sundays, they sent a scout to the Cincinnati-Cleveland game to scout out Cincinnati. Now, all that is fine, but what they got in trouble for was videotaping the sidelines, which is not allowed at all in the NFL.
Not even close.
Not even close. And it's basically a story of where is the blame shifting to? A lot of people at first were saying, oh, this is Bill Belichick. I don't believe so. I honestly think that at this very moment, it was just an error by possibly an assistant to the scout, to the assistant scout, or to the advanced scout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just as simple as information not being told as, hey, buddy, make sure you don't shoot the sideline for any extended period of time at all. Not even 30 seconds.
Yeah,
you cannot film the sideline.
Yeah, what's interesting about that is, he was filming the sideline for 8 minutes. It was just directly 8 minutes of the Cincinnati Bengals.
And
interesting enough, the Patriots play the Bengals Sunday. I didn't pick up on that until I realized, I checked the schedule. I'm like, ooh, they play the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday, and this is happening. This is going to be interesting.
It's really interesting.
It just sucks, man.
I don't think the NFL could let this pass with no fine or no sort of repercussion.
Really?
Because I think so.
They didn't do anything last time?
No, exactly. I think that's why they can't not do anything this time. Because they know they let the Patriots off pretty easy for the first Spygate. Destroying the tapes.
Yeah, that was bad.
These tapes aren't destroyed this time. And a
bad.
lot of people have seen them and reported this 8 straight minutes now. So,
and one other thing, I guess Bill Belichick was asked about the conversation, if he's spoken with the Bengals about this, and he said, quote, I would say I'd keep that between us and the Bengals, end quote. So, I mean, and he said he didn't know anything about it. Neither did his crew, his coaching staff, know anything about this.
It really is a crazy situation.
It's interesting.
Because a lot of people were saying, well, why would you need to do it against the Bengals?
Why would you?
Well, if they are cheating, what if they're doing it for every game? It's just they got caught by the Bengals.
Dude, we may
and I believe it was actually a Browns employee who saw them filming the Bengals sideline.
Dude, we may not ever know.
So it could be that it's just the first time they got caught, or it could be that it's just a simple miscommunication, misunderstanding. Someone was not clarified on what not to do as a member of the media or press.
On a serious note, though, watch the Patriots. So say the Patriots win, everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's riot." The Patriots lose, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Bill definitely didn't know anything about this because they just lost to the 1-9 or the atrocious Bengals."
The Bengals are awful, man.
Bengals.
I mean, are they?
I mean, they only won one game. So why would you? Whatever happens to them happens. Do I want anything bad to happen to them? Honestly, I just don't care. I really don't. Is it affecting my team? No. Honestly, the Pats have been playing terrible though. If you really think long and hard.
I don't think they've been playing
long and hard. Tom Brady has not been the same Tom Brady that we've used to seeing. And that's a known fact.
I don't think that they're playing terrible.
They're not the same.
They're 10-3.
Yo, they might drop to the wild card.
They're 10-3.
Quick. They might drop to the wild card quick, depending on how the Bills play against the Steelers.
I just want everyone to remember this when we're talking about this in 2 weeks or 3 weeks when the postseason starts. We're all saying, "Oh man, the Patriots, they're not good. They're still one of the best teams in the NFL.
A dynasty."
But I'm saying currently, this team right now is still one of the best teams in the NFL. Think about all the problems they have on offense, how they can barely get first downs, let alone move the ball downfield for more than 2 possessions in a game.
You know what I noticed a lot about the Patriots?
They have
way too many trick plays.
Because that's how hard it is for their offense to gain yards.
Yeah.
So
they let Josh.
They're running.
They got Josh Gordon out. They cut AB. Now they only have Julian Edelman, Dorsett, and Slater and one other.
Matthew Slater doesn't play offensive.
No,
well,
he doesn't.
He doesn't get snaps offensively for wide receiver. He's almost strictly special teams. So they basically have Edelman. They have Philip Dorsett,
Who is not that bad.
who's not bad. They have, is it Nickel Harry?
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't know half the receiving core in the New England Patriots.
They have Julian Edelman, and
I know
then
him.
they use Brandon Bolden a lot.
Yes.
Even though not as a running back, they
No.
use him like as a wingback / receiver.
Yes.
They have 3 running backs besides Bolden. In what are their names? I feel bad because 2 of them were on my fantasy teams. Rex Burkhead, Sonny Dorsett, Sonny Michel,
and James White.
and James White.
I mean, that's not.
But they can't run the ball either, so they can't really throw the ball. They can't really run the ball, yet they're 10-3, and they have one of the highest
Let me
turnover
tell you.
differentials in the NFL.
Let me ask you this: how far do you think they can really go in the playoffs with this offense that they have? Their defense is already spoken for, but with that offense. That's what I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm not gonna lie. A lot of teams are looking at this like,
It
I
depends who they
want
play.
them. I want them.
Because they're not my favorite to come out of the
They're
AFC.
not mine either. And
They're not
even
mine.
close.
No,
They're not even close.
they could make it to the AFC Championship, but it depends on who they play. If they see either Kansas City or Baltimore
It's
or
over.
before
It
the AFC Championship,
over.
they're not making it.
Over. It's not even close. You can book that. Pull
Book
this up. Pull this up when I'm wrong. You're listening to the
We will.
You're listening to the P&T Sports Podcast. I hope you're enjoying your whatever day it is that you're listening to this. It is Wednesday morning.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Wednesday, my dudes. You can definitely find us on Twitter at Ponte and Topete. That is Ponte and Topete. I am Jordan Ponte.
I am Alex Topete.
All right, man. So we got a heavy week in the NFL. The Eagles are currently. We touched on this last week about the NFC. What is that? The East
NFC East.
being atrocious. That we have to
It's
watch
really
on
bad.
prime time. But all honesty, though, it was nice seeing Eli Manning on the field
It looked like old Eli.
for a little bit.
Like,
Up 17-0 going into the half.
I thought
Oh
he was
my-
going to pull it off.
Oh my goodness, you're on the road in Philadelphia, which you have not been in a long time, and you had it.
They really did.
It was pretty remarkable what Eli was able to do. I caught the highlights. Didn't really watch the game because, school first.
Of course. I was cooking dinner while watching the game, and I just remember thinking, man, Eli looks really good in the first half.
Yeah, he did
And then in the
well.
second half, he only threw for 34 yards.
Yeah, the second half is where it bit him in the behind.
Saquon Barkley is not running as well as he had been at the beginning of the season, and that could be due to offensive line injuries.
Have
but
you seen
he's
his body?
like his legs, they're gigantic. They look like tree trunks.
Dude, they wrap around his So I was hearing this that his quads wrap around, not even humanly it's humanly possible, but it's
They wrap around what?
his leg. Oh man, I need to find this.
I mean,
They're
he looks
huge.
like a
They're
muscle.
huge.
He looks like a bodybuilder, but right now he's barely averaging 3-point yards a carry.
Yeah, you got
That is average in the NFL.
Yeah, you got 66 yards on Monday. Eli Manning threw for 203 with 2 touchdowns. Carson Wentz threw for 325, 2 touchdowns. They got this. Slayton. Never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he had 2 touchdowns.
154. Yeah, that's interesting stat line, yo. But yeah, so as we saw on prime time, the NFC East not actually they actually made it interesting. Carson Wentz pulled off what turns out to be a season-saving touchdown. Let's put it that way.
The NFC East is
And then we got another-
really bad. And can you believe that they're going to host a 10-win team in the playoffs for a home game?
No, but
Whoever wins, either the Cowboys or the Eagles.
I cannot. But we have no primetime games for NFC East, though.
Oh, we got your wish finally.
I know.
We got your wish. They're no longer on prime time.
No, but the Cowboys are playing the Rams, so that's interesting. And then the Falcons play the Niners on. Oh wait, never mind. I thought that was Pittsburgh plays Buffalo Sunday night, and then on Monday night we have the. Loki kind of cool. Colts Saints, old little Super Bowl matchup.
Colts Saints from 2009.
Gold Saints.
I forget which number that is of Super Bowls. But
It's been a long.
That was the Super Bowl where Peyton Manning had a chance to drive back and win the game in the fourth quarter and threw a pick six, I believe.
Yes, he
I know
did.
it was an interception. I don't know if it was a pick six, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no. And I know Reggie Bush finally got his Super Bowl.
He did.
Yeah, USC alum Reggie
He
Bush.
did. Reggie Bush had a very, very, very great career.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Honestly.
I liked him.
Iron Man.
Too bad what happened at USC though. I'm still, live and learn. But yeah, so we got a great bunch of. We have a bunch.
They should. I mean, athletes are getting paid now. Like it just came out that they can get paid now. They should give Reggie. They should give Reggie his Heisman back. They should give Reggie. They should give USC their titles back. That's what I think.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
You got to be progressive into the new era of athletes.
Facts. So we got a lot of games coming up. I'm gonna pick. All right. So your Cowboys, man. I believe. Just looking at it right here, they do not hold the first pick. No, the first spot. They're second place.
They right now are second place.
Behind the Philadelphia Eagles after Monday.
Yeah, we both have a record of 6-7. Both the Cowboys and the Eagles have a record of 6-7, and the Eagles are actually a half game ahead right now.
Dude.
And with the Eagles winning against the Giants, that game both eliminated the Redskins and the Giants from playoff contention.
And I'm pretty sure this game is going to get flexed only because of how huge the magnitude is. The Dallas Cowboys play the Philadelphia Eagles next week.
It's huge.
Watch that
game. Two awful teams
flexed.
Fighting and to see who's worse and who doesn't deserve to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they might flex this one. They're going to have to do it soon because they did that for the Buffalo and Pittsburgh game. They did it a week before. So if they are going to do this, they're going to have to do it this week. On Sunday night next week, we have Kansas City taking on the Chicago Bears. I wouldn't mind seeing Bears defense against Patty Mahomes. Plus, that would be an interesting game to watch.
I would take Kansas City on that one for sure.
We'll see. But yeah, we got a lot of games this week. Obviously, we discussed the Bengals and Pats. Bengals take on the New England Patriots. Like I said, that would be really interesting to see if...
Imagine the Bengals come out and win.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be wild. And then we also have a Sunday night matchup featuring the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills.
A nice primetime game between Josh Allen for Buffalo and Devlin
Ducky Hodges, which a lot of people does not know this. So when Duck Hodges got signed with the Steelers, his signing bonus was $1,000.
Wait, just 1,000?
1,000, 1K.
Wow,
just 1K.
that almost made me
1K.
spill my drink.
1K.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he's beating all number one first rounders.
He's not a bad quarterback. If he keeps this up, he'll have the most wins for a rookie quarterback on the season. I mean, what do you have? Gardner Minshew.
You want to say that louder to some of the Baltimore Ravens fans who are chanting Lamar Jackson?
He's not a rookie.
Don't hate me. I know, I'm just joking.
I mean, when you look at the rookies, you got Gardner Minshew. I think he has 5, and he's leading. And then next is Kyler Murray at 3 for wins.
Okay, that's...
So, I mean, the Steelers are amazing, too. They're leading the NFL in sacks, quarterback hits, and takeaways.
Yes, sir.
You know what the only other NFL team since the 1970 NFL merger was to do that?
Who?
The 1974 Steel Curtain Steelers, who were also Super Bowl champions.
You know what's wild? I saw a sign that somebody was holding at the game. It said Steel Curtain.
It says the
Reunion?
new Steel Curtain right here.
Yeah, I saw that. And I asked my mom's boyfriend, I was like, new one? We both looked at each other like, yeah, we got to beat Buffalo first. Seriously,
Buffalo's
bro.
a good
Seriously, bro.
team, dude.
I'm
They're
not,
scary good.
I want to say new Steel Curtain, but we got to shut down Josh Allen.
You got to shut down Josh Allen.
Yeah, for real, man. That running game is scary. Singletary, Josh Allen, Cole Beasley, John Brown,
Frank Gore.
Jeez, man. Not to knock anything off the defense, but my God, that offense is explosive. And then you got an explosive defense, so this is going to be a Sunday night.
They're probably the 2 best defenses at creating turnovers playing against each other.
And
so it's going to be a
wild?
really, really good game. I'm going to
Devlin
be
Hodges
definitely...
is no stranger to Sunday Night Football.
He is not.
No, he beat the L.A. Chargers on Sunday night here in L.A.
Boom. Take
Yeah.
that, LA.
Take that to the bank.
I believe
What
the
it
Chargers
do,
are
baby?
knocked out of playoff contention.
I believe so, but you know what? Until next season, man. It'll be interesting to see what.
You think Phillip Rivers
does.
comes back for them?
You know, he still drives.
You know. This brings up an interesting.
The man has an O-line of kids. He literally has
He doesn't have an O line. He has a starting 10 next to him.
facts, man. But the older one's probably a wide receiver. The younger one's a running back.
Probably catching those fastballs from his dad every day, like, hey son, catch this, and he throws one of those really hard sidearms 10 yards away. You got to learn how to catch that, you know.
You were gonna say?
It brings up an interesting conversation because there's a lot of quarterbacks who might be on the market next year for new teams. But when you look at the teams that need quarterbacks, there's not that many. I mean, think about it. You have Nick Foles and his giant contract. And that's just, I don't see a lot of teams going after Nick Foles. No. But you have Eli Manning. You have
Marcus Mariota. Teddy
Bridgewater. This is a contract year for him.
True.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Wow, Tom Brady, really?
Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, that's why the rumors have been going around.
Mm-hmm. But how many of those teams are actually looking for another quarterback? Like, could you see, like, Tom Brady suiting up for the New York Giants? Like, think about it.
They'll go to... No. But then you also got to consider the quarterbacks coming out of the draft. We have a lot of great quarterbacks coming out of the draft, which I want to touch on towards the end of the show. But right now, we got our NFL pick'ems. You ready, man? NFL pick'ems, man. Weekly NFL pick'ems. I'm going to ask my buddy over here some notable NFL games, and I just want to get his predictions, and if he has a couple things to say on them, he can definitely speak his mind. So we are going to begin with, we mentioned earlier, you already know what I want to do, or who I'm going for. I just want to know who you're going for. New England Patriots, Cincinnati Bengals.
New England, because Cincinnati has proved nothing to me all year, except for that they could win one game. And I think this is just a lost year for Cincinnati. New England just lost 2 straight. So I believe they're gonna bounce back. And when was the last time, if ever, you heard that Bill Belichick lost 3 games in a row? It might have been before he was playing for the Patriots.
No, it might have been when Tom Brady went down.
It wasn't
when. Yeah.
They went 10-6 that year.
Did they lose 3 games in a row that year?
I don't know, but they went 10-6.
Well, what about when he coached for the Browns?
That's what I'm saying. That was before the Patriots.
You're right. All right, so we got that game covered. Then we have another. This is actually a very crucial game for both teams. Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. Both in contention for a spot in the first place, other in a spot for the wild card. What you got?
Give me the Titans. I mean, with the Titans, they're a scary team. They're a very scary team. They have Derrick Henry.
Who's good.
Very good. I mean, second half, Derrick Henry, when he goes out there for the second half, plays better than most teams' running backs for the whole game.
That's not it.
You have A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown looks ridiculous. He is a big, tall, lanky wide receiver. But when he gets in the open field, no one can catch him. Runs away.
He's got that. Knows how to use it.
He's got really good speed.
True.
And then Ryan Tannehill is 5-1 as their starter since he took over for Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, he needed to leave Miami to spread his wings.
Well, he was also injured in Miami a lot, so.
Ryan Tannehill wasn't that bad. He was pretty good in college. People forget that he was good in college.
So he was never considered a bad quarterback.
No.
It's just that Miami was not a good team while he was there.
No. So you got the Tennessee Titans. You know what? I'm going to jump in on this one. I'm also going to pick the Tennessee Titans as well. These 2 matchups is kind of this is wild because one has a huge potential at walking away with first place. Because right now we have, I want to say, so the Texans are 3-3, and the Titans are 4-2. Whoa, let me look this up one time.
Right. So the Texans are 3-3, and the Titans are 4-2 in division.
Yeah, so it's close. They both have the same record, 8-5.
Right, but I just think the Texans are really inconsistent. I mean, how do you go out there and play really good against the Patriots, really good, and then the next week you get blown out, not beaten, but blown out by the Denver Broncos, who were last place in their division until that game.
Facts.
So that shows me a team that is inconsistent, and when the time comes for them to need to not be, for them to be the main, they need to force the issue and make the game theirs. I don't see them being able to just flip the switch on.
You talking about the Texans?
The Texans, yeah.
Okay. Well, we got that covered. We are going to jump to another game, notable game. Yeah, so your Dallas Cowboys taking on the LA Rams.
Give me my Cowboys. Honestly, I look at the Cowboys, and this might be like a really, really low vote of confidence on them, but they started off 3-3, or they started off 3-0 in the season.
Unbelievable.
Since starting off 3-0,
I've heard more press conferences than Jerry Jones.
Since starting off 3-0, the Cowboys have lost 7 of their last 10 games.
7 of their last 10 games?
Right. Hold on. 3-0. What's their record?
6-7.
Oh, I'm sorry. So they've gone 3-7.
Their last 5 games.
So yeah, they've only won 3 of their last 10 games. I mean,
lost to Chicago, lost to Buffalo, lost to New England, won Detroit, lost to Minnesota. It's been a rough, Bo.
So with the Cowboys, I it's gonna come down to if Dak Prescott can play well, because the Rams are gonna take away Zeke, and they're gonna take away your long yardage throws to Cooper.
True.
Or to Gallup.
True.
So it's going to come down to, can Dak Prescott methodically pick apart the Rams? And
I mean,
honestly,
the Rams just beat Seattle.
Right. I mean, and Dak Prescott, I mean, when he plays the blitz, when teams blitz Dak Prescott, he's not very good. And the Rams are a top 10 blitzing team in the NFL.
So
but I believe in my Cowboys. I think
I'm glad you do, man. I really am glad you still believe. That makes me very
we can
happy.
still win the division.
Which is still
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
It's really amazing that we can still win the division at 6-7.
I'm so shocked, bro.
So shocked.
This is just so. That just shows how bad that NFC is. Just. Anyways, so you got the Cowboys on.
I got the Cowboys.
Honestly, I'm gonna go LA.
Yeehaw.
I'm gonna go LA Rams on this one. Only just based off. I'm sorry, man. Just only based off what I've seen from the last couple games of the Cowboys. Y'all are.
The Rams have looked good the last couple weeks too.
That's what I'm saying. And the Rams are December football.
Right.
Which is so weird.
And you know what's
it's
funny?
Weird.
You know what's funny? You know whose name we heard for the first time all year when we were talking about the Rams this week?
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
But Todd Gurley had a game when he came back. I heard something. Somebody, read something on Twitter that imagine if the Rams had Todd Gurley do this bad just to save him for December so that he doesn't get hurt all the way through the playoffs, because he was hurt.
That was me who said it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm just basically restating your theory then.
I
knew I heard that somewhere. I was like, wait, somebody said that to me. I'm not sure who it was. My bad, bro. Yeah.
No, you're all good. What I said basically is that the Rams, I mean, Todd Gurley was kept off the field for certain situations for the Rams because they were saving him. They're saving him for football in December and January, not for the football that's played in September, October, and November.
Facts. All right, so we're going to jump ship to another game. Do Sunday night football.
Ooh.
Touched on this a little earlier, but not too much. So we have the Buffalo Bills, who are currently 9-4, 5-1, I believe, in their division.
Wow. That one loss coming to the Patriots.
And you got the Pittsburgh Steelers, 8-5, 5-2, losing to Baltimore and the Cleveland Browns.
I'm going to go ahead and say Buffalo is probably going to eke this one out, but just barely.
I feel you.
I know the Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Number 1 in sacks, number 1 in takeaways. But Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, he's really he's turned it around. For what I was saying earlier in the year is that if Josh Allen can learn to take care of the football, they would be a very, very good team. And he has done that the last month.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Very good. But that team is close to unstoppable when they protect the football.
Yeah, we touched on it last week. I was telling you how Josh Allen was a good quarterback at Wyoming. Came from the University of Wyoming. Drafted first rounder First rounder. But yeah, Josh Allen was a good quarterback. Didn't really know how to take care of the ball that much for his first year. Came back second year and looks like a completely different player. Give him props for working on his craft. But, come on, man. We got Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Buffalo Bills. Both teams need a win to sustain their spot in the wild card. Because obviously on the other game we mentioned, Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, winner of that game basically
Is the other wild card.
So whatever happens in this game helps whoever wins, whoever loses, per se, in the Houston Texans and Tennessee Titans game.
I love late season
So
football.
wild.
I'm
it. So scared. Not going to lie. Very freaked out because we have this game. Next game is the Jets. And then the last game to end the season off. Obviously, we got to deal with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Which a lot of people forget that we went into overtime and almost beat the Baltimore Ravens earlier in the season. That was when we had the noseless Rudolph.
The noseless Rudolph Mason.
Yeah, he didn't have his red nose.
Mason, the noseless Rudolph.
Couldn't find his red nose, so we decided to throw 4 picks and lose his starting job.
Then Myles Garrett came to town to beat his head with his own football helmet. That was the end for him.
Anyway, so there's that Christmas jingle of Mason the Noseless Rudolph.
And how he lost his starting job.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so obviously we got Devlin Ducky Haji.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
$3 a starter.
Quack, quack.
Okay, you said last week your coaching of the year was who?
I said it was Sean McDermott for
That's
the Bills.
right. That's right. I'm still standing by mine. I know
Ooh.
they haven't really played anybody. I know. We just came off a win against the 3-1 Arizona Cardinals. I know. We played against first rounder Kyler Murray. Ran up and down the field. Yeah. We won. Last I checked, wins what matters. I'm going to do what Jameis Winston did. I'm going to make a W. Just start eating it.
Eat that W.
Eat the W. Eat it.
Eat that W. You know, Jameis
Ooh.
ate a W this weekend against the Colts.
Facts, man.
Man.
Facts.
Even though he threw 3 interceptions. I mean, he's an enigma.
Yeah, so you got Buffalo. Of course, man. I'm staying with my Pittsburgh Steelers. That's not even a question.
Of course.
Of course. And then we got the last one. We're going to make this one quick, and then we get a hop. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Nola.
Indy Nola?
Indianapolis or the Saints.
Indy Nola sounds like a soda.
I know.
I want a glass of Indy Nola, please.
Anyway, so you got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Give me New Orleans. I still think they're one of the best teams in the NFC. Did you see that game they put up against the San Francisco 49ers?
I did. George Kittle is
So-
a freak athlete. Too bad that it had to come down to that.
Yes. Too bad it had to come down to that.
Too bad.
Too
Sucks.
bad. George Kittle with the play of the year, by the way, dragging someone while he was being face masked,
It's still
like 5-10 yards.
it's hard to do.
Yeah, but give me New Orleans. They're really good. I think the San Francisco game was almost like their wake up coming out game, where it's like, okay, we're back to being New Orleans. You know, we're back to keeping up and having these shootouts with these teams. And when New Orleans gets in a shootout, they always have a chance to win.
There was a lot of touchdowns being thrown.
When there's New Orleans gets in a shootout, they always have a chance to win.
Facts.
And that's why they're such a dangerous playoff team, because you can't just beat them by shooting them out. No, because
we definitely seen the Niners and Saints again in the playoffs.
Oh,
I'd be shocked if we don't. I'll be very shocked.
me too.
I'd be like, yo, what happened?
It'd have to be probably Green Bay that pulls it out and upsets them at some point.
I told you not to sleep on my boy Aaron Rodgers last week. All right, we're going to jump ship. Thank you for listening to the P&T Sports Podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter at Puente Entopete. Again, that is Puente Entopete. I am Jordan Puente.
I am Alex Topete.
All right, so we have a lot. We have some NBA stuff to cover. We got Kawhi coming home to Toronto tonight. Did you see the tribute video that the Raps did for Kawhi?
I actually did not.
It's pretty cool.
Really?
I'll try to pull it up for you.
Ooh, that'd be
I
nice.
saw it last night. It was like one of those like, dang, I didn't see this, but it was cool. A lot of I got to check out some Canadian tweets of the fans over there. I hear no boos coming from that arena. None.
I don't think you could ever
The loudest. My prediction for that is it has to be the loudest return by a player.
I mean, when you think about it,
No offense to LeBron, because when LeBron went back to Cleveland his first time, they did not want him. And I'm pretty sure, it's unless you're like, what's his face? Who here has Shaq?
Shaq?
Yeah, they booed him.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they booed him when he came back to LA.
Probably the first time. But when you think about it, Kawhi basically one and done the Raptors, but he won them a championship in his one and done year.
I want to officially welcome Kawhi Leonard to Canada.
What it do, baby? Yeah, you already know.
Wow.
Telling you, bro.
That was very nice.
Telling you, bro. They're not gonna boo him. They're not booing him.
I mean, he brought them their only championship.
He basically took him to the first NBA Finals.
Took them to the first one and won them their first NBA Finals.
Doink, in, game over. You guys are going to the NBA Finals. Oh, unbelievable. That gotta have been one of the best games I've watched
I remember watching that
in my
game.
life. I know I was at work, and I was outside, so I was working out of the batting cages, and I pulled up my phone, and yes, I have my phone at work. Oopsie doopsie. But anyways, we got Kawhi Leonard trying to take his team.
Employee.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard trying to take his team to the NBA Finals. So what was like 5 seconds left, and I see this dude drive into the corner. He shoots it, and I'm like, "Oh, we going to overtime? There's no way. So I kind of just let my phone out on the side pocket because we have a lawn chair. So I put it right there, and I'm looking up, and I see this kid swing, and I look to my right, in the corner of my eye, I see the ball take off, and I'm like, "No way!" And I look, and I'm like, "Yo." Now, and then I ran, believe it or not, I ran inside the office, and I was like, "Yo, you guys gotta check this out by far." And they looked, they're like, "Whoa!" Like you just see Kawhi in the whole city going nuts. So Kawhi is going back to Toronto, and I'm pretty sure he has not seen that tribute video. So they are gonna.
I'm sure he's seen it now.
But it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit definitely when he steps in the arena.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
they play it, and
Yeah.
he gets his championship ring.
That's the audio we're gonna want to hear.
That's the
gonna
one
be
I
really
want
good
to
audio
know.
with the cheers behind the background. Ooh, that's sports goosebumps right there.
Kawhi's a legend in Toronto. Went in, won a final, and dipped. That's like the chosen one. Like he was the chosen one that we have all been with. He's like the Messiah.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah, without question.
Kawhi is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's not even a debate. That's a guarantee. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. First
To win
ballot,
Finals MVP
possibly.
for two different
Yeah,
NBA
that's what I'm saying.
franchises.
That's what I'm saying. Hall of Famer in my book. Easy. And then a couple days ago, we had Anthony Davis just basically solidifying himself again, dropping 50 points. Holy smokes. His fourth 50-pointer.
50?
First
Big old
50-pointer
50.
as a Laker. 50. My God.
Put a 50 burger on him.
Jeez. And a lot of people are saying, well, LeBron was in foul trouble. That's why he was able to drop 50.
That don't matter. You still dropped 50 in an NBA game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you want to explain the 39er that he got prior? Was LeBron in foul trouble then? I don't think so. What about the one when he shot 30? Was he in foul trouble then? I don't think so.
People want to be hating, but
They do, but you know what? Let them.
we're number one in the Lakers are number one in the Western Conference.
Facts, man. You got to give it to him, man. You got to give it to him. 50 points. They play the Orlando Magic tonight. Man, the Lakers are 21-3, sitting first place. Clippers are 18-7.
18-7.
We play them in 2 weeks. Still looking forward to that.
Christmas Day.
I'm going to slide on through this and say Anthony Davis point average is 27.
So
He's averaging 27.
the Lakers have only lost 3 games.
Facts.
So did you know that if they went 500 for the rest of the year, they would still win 50 games?
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. I think I saw it yesterday.
That's ridiculous.
Do I-
You know what this team feels like? This team feels
I
like a
don't know what
couple
it
years
feels
ago.
like.
No, you know what this team feels like, honestly? If you're a Laker fan and you would take all the best players and trade for them on NBA 2K, and you would just go out on NBA 2K and run a season, and if you play every game like me, you're winning like 150 to like 67.
Yeah,
so it's
it'll be
just
like that. It'll be like that though.
oh
It'll be
man,
like that,
it's
though.
the fantasy. It's a fantasy team, honestly.
It is, it is.
really is.
It is. Oh, and we got a coaching change from the New York Knicks. Fitzdale is
Gone.
bye-bye. He's outie. Deuces. And still getting paid. He's like, the Knicks are like, get out of here. But you know what? We still gonna pay you.
I mean,
Legend. That's
contracts are contracts. I do
What
have
a
one
guy,
thing to say.
man. What a guy. He only coached a couple months of the New York Knicks. They fired him, and he's still getting paid. Wow. What a goat. What a goat that is. You know what's wild? He could still get picked up somewhere and still getting paid from that team. I'm pretty sure. That if that's not a thing, then my man's literally getting paid to chill on the couch.
So yeah, the Knicks are bad.
Or he can go back on ESPN and call plays. Wow, still being paid by the Knicks, bro. Yo. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm too much with this, but you know what? It's just funny, bro. Like you buy it and you're still getting paid.
When you look at the
That's
Knicks,
awesome.
when
That
you-
is awesome.
When you look at the history of the Knicks, they have a tendency to let people go, but still have to pay out their contracts. So
They do it a lot. It's
They
just sad.
do.
It's sad. I don't even want to touch on it because
I mean,
it's just weird.
it's weird.
It's an odd
But
situation.
the Knicks they're 4-17 now in the season. It's
they're
really
horrible.
It's really bad.
Oh no, they're 4-20.
4-20 is worse now.
4-20.
Oh wow.
The Golden State they're playing the Warriors tonight. They're 5-20.
Oh, so it's it's a tank bowl basically. Tank bowl. Except
I like
this
the
is an
flow on that
actual
one, bro.
this is an actual tank bowl.
Early season tank ball. So yeah, we got we are.
We gotta
I'm
start
not
at
even-
some point.
Yeah, we're done with that one. But yeah, so before we dip on the basketball stuff, Kyle Kuzma is out tonight.
Oh right, I just saw that tweet.
No Kuzma is out. But you got to feel, man, Kuzma has been slowing down a little bit. A lot of people are like, is this the guy that we kept?
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma's not going to play, but Rajon Rondo is questionable, and Avery Bradley is most likely going to play.
Yes, I heard that too. I saw it yesterday. Avery Bradley is expected to come back. We could use him, especially for the Miami game. We could definitely use Avery Bradley against Miami. That's gonna be a really good game for the Lakers.
Could be.
And then they got the Bucks right after.
Oh man,
Yeah, they got the Bucks, and you know how the Bucks are doing.
Bucks are
Bucks are rolling. The Bucks
They
are
also have only lost 3 games on the season. Correct?
rolling. They're on a winning streak too. They are rolling, steamrolling teams. They smacked the Clippers,
Completely smacked them.
smackadoodles.
So yeah, the Bucks are 21-3.
Yeah.
So they actually
That's wild.
them and the Lakers have the best records in the NBA. Would that be your finals picks?
Towards the end of the season, Bucks and Lakers top of the. Yeah, definitely.
probably mine.
Without question. I mean, just the way. Well, Lakers are 21-3. Bucks are 21-3. Man,
Both at the top of their conferences.
It's gonna be good. It's
Let
gonna be
alone
a good
divisions,
game.
conferences.
It's a good game. It's gonna be a good game. Too bad. I think that game's on Sunday though.
Ooh.
I know. We got a lot of games on Sunday. Sorry. You know what, Lakers? Sorry, man. But my Pittsburgh Steelers are playing, and I'm trying to watch them in the playoffs. But anyway, so
You know, I might have
That's
to
happening.
I might have to switch over from watching the Cowboy games to the Laker games just to lift my mood.
yeah, just spread some positive.
depending on how this week goes.
Oh Jesus.
Oh
Jesus.
man, if we lose to the Rams, I see us losing to the Eagles, and then at
Facts.
what point is that game against the Redskins for?
If we got some college football stuff, I'm very passionate about my college football. Some great stuff. So we got the college football playoffs officially announced. First place, the LSU Tigers are taking on the Oklahoma Boomer Sooners, led by Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma quarterback.
Both Heisman finalists.
True that.
Him and Joe Burrows, quarterback for LSU.
LSU Tigers, Joe Burrows breaking astounding records.
Astounding.
Astounding. Just basically went into the SEC SEC championship, one of the well-known championships in the nation. Dude, it's cool, calm, and collective, like one man once said, like the other side of the pillow.
I am a pillow flipper, so I do exactly know what that feels like.
You know what that phrase means? Yeah, so we got that going down. And then we have the Ohio State Buckeyes, led by Justin Fields, who is putting up 40 touchdowns in one pick this whole season.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, 40 P. And he is a Heisman finalist as well, led by who people have called him Prince Charming because of his hair flow. The Trevor Lawrence, who is no stranger to the playoffs.
Or
he
to a
won last year.
ponytail.
Because he won last year.
He's not a stranger to a ponytail either.
No, he's not, but his hair just flows like mine.
Oh, gotta get that.
Yeah,
Is that what
you gotta hit him with the comparison, bro.
Is that what you're growing the hair out for? You want to be looking like Trevor Lawrence out here in your Anthony Davis Laker jersey?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Even though Trevor Lawrence is younger than me, but his hair just flows naturally. Like
I'm
mine.
jealous of his hair, man.
So am I, bro. I want my hair long like that. So yeah, we got that going down. That is all taking place. Oh, this is terrible that I don't know when this is all taking place. Oh, New Year's. What am I saying? Duh.
Yeah, New Year's.
Duh.
Bowls. It's bowl season, baby.
Bowl season, baby.
It's the best part of college football.
USC.
How you feeling? How you feeling as our residential USC fan?
Yeah, we taking on Iowa in the I don't even know what bowl we taking them on, but we taking on Iowa.
Let's see. Let's see if we could figure out what lowly bowl USC is playing for this
It's
year.
on the top of my head, but I can't remember it. It's like one of those bowls that it's like, it's in San Diego. It's a bowl that's in San Diego, and I can't think of it. They've been here so many times.
A bowl in San Diego. I think I've gone to it before.
Qualcomm. It's not Qualcomm.
Yeah, I think I've gone to it before.
I haven't. But I got the bowl schedule right here, though. We have... Oh, man. Some of these bowl games...
It's the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah, that's it. Taking on Iowa. Iowa, honestly, I'm interested to see. Because Iowa is really good. Iowa's always been... They've been all right. They've been good. And then you got USC. Great defense. Their defense is not that bad. Then you got the offense led by freshman quarterback. I want to watch the game. Who cares? I'm going to watch it.
Watch that game.
Just for the hell of it. You know, it's gonna help. Just for the hell of it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to rally off the names real quick, drop their stat lines, and then you can just say who you want just based on the stat line. So, for the Heisman finalists, we mentioned earlier LSU Tiger Joe Burrow, who has 48 touchdowns this season, who has completed the highest completion percentage in the nation. First QB to come out, Louisiana State University, if he wins. Then we got Jalen Hurts leading the Oklahoma Bowman Sooner, 51 touchdowns through his third straight. It'll be Oklahoma's third straight if he does win. Lincoln Riley is known for creating a Heisman candidate. Then we got defensive end Chase Young, who leads the lead nation in 16.5 sacks. And then out of Ohio State again, we got Justin Fields. Like mentioned earlier, 40 touchdowns, one pick. Who you got? Out of the four. What was it? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, out of 4. I said it so fast. My apologies.
You're
How to get it out.
I'm going to go with Joe Burrows. When you watch him play, you think that's Tom Brady.
Cool, calm, and
collected, knows where to go with the football. The football is out in almost 2 seconds or less every time he throws the ball. He runs that offense like a well-oiled machine. And that's exactly what you want out of your quarterback.
He literally he's not even from that area at all. There's no idea what the South is about. From Ohio. Went to Ohio State as a backup, dipped, went to LSU, and came out of nowhere, and everyone's like, who is this kid? Where did he come from? Why is he this huge? In the SEC, who everyone knows to be very, very strong conference. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, too. I think Joe Burrow is the front runner to win the Heisman Trophy. Honestly, it would be nice to see Jalen Hurts, just because I got a little Oklahoma in me. My great-grandma's from Oklahoma.
I got you.
So I got a little Oklahoma native in me.
I like Jalen Hurts' story, too.
I do, too.
He was actually my pick to be the Heisman winner at the beginning of the season. But the way Joe Burrows has been playing, hands down, it's him. And he's going to be the number 1 overall pick as well.
Facts. It's just so interesting how he just stands there. He's just like the dude, like during the game, like during pregame, he was just standing on the other side, hands in his pocket, just casually looking, like he had zero clue that he was at the SEC championship, one of the highly televised games in America. Just standing there. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna win this game.
He's cool, calm, and collected, man.
Like, bro, like, I have no words. A lot of people are saying that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to go after him, which means he'll go home. He'll be coming back home. Does he want to come back home? That'd be very interesting.
Cincinnati is, I think, the number one pick.
Audis. We're not even going to.
We knew that
I don't
already.
even want to get into that.
They benched him. We knew that already.
Yeah, he's old. He's done. He's done, so. He had his time.
I know we're still a couple weeks away from bowl season, but I have a bowl I want to get your opinion on.
Shoot it.
The Cheez-It Bowl.
Oh, Jesus. Who's playing?
The Cheez-It Bowl.
Who's playing? Air Force, Washington State. Both teams have been in the bowls in the past. Washington State was in it last year. So as well as Air Force. Of course, I'm going to go with Washington State. Got to support my boy. Support my homie. Got to support the homie. Yeah, I got Washington State.
I got you.
Yeah, I got Washington State. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting bowl games. I'm definitely going to be taking a day just to sit and watch. You know, we got especially the New Year's bowls that they have going down. Rose Bowl, all that Cotton Bowl, all that great
I
stuff.
love New Year's bowls.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You know, you just sit back, watch, enjoy yourselves.
I love this time of year because it's like you think Thanksgiving is football, and then you think Christmas is NBA basketball, and then New Year's, that's college football's bowl games. You know, it's just this time of year has a lot of great sports.
But then they just come up with the weirdest bowl game names because they have created. I'm pretty sure this is a brand new one. You want to know what it is?
What is it?
The Red Box Bowl.
The Red Box Bowl. Who's playing in that one?
We have Cal taking on. Shoot, I lost it. No. Where are you, Red Box? Oh, Cal versus Illinois.
Jimmy Cal.
I'll take Cal, true. Their running back is nice. Their quarterback is all right. It's not bad. So, yeah, that concludes the college football talk. Do you got anything you want to get off your chest while you were still at it?
Good luck on finals this week. If you are taking finals like me and Jordan are. Yeah, Jordan and I are,
Whew. You say some prayers.
Crazy week, but we're still able to get you a new episode of the P&T Podcast right here on YouTube. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that little, bell icon next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified every time we drop a new episode or new content on our YouTube.
Yes, and you can find us on Twitter at Puente Interprete. Again, that is at Puente Interprete on Twitter. And then there's a link up there. Click the link. Leads you straight to our YouTube page. I like my buddy said over here. Just hit subscribe. And you can also be notified when we drop new episodes weekly.
Gotta.
Weekly.
We love doing this.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely something to look forward to every week. Just to sit down, talk sports, and express our opinions on a platform that we do enjoy. Even though we've been preaching a good word for a long time, we can finally just say it out loud.
That's true. That is true.
Preaching a good word.
Preaching the good word.
All right, so we're going to head on out of here. We hope you have a great week. We will see you next week. Until then, peace.